Right. Hello, good evening, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the RSF1 F1 tier. We have a full lobby, as you can see here tonight. Full 22 people in the lobby, 20 racers and 2 comms. And as you can see at the bottom here, as I've already shown, it is myself again with Blazer Guns. So, again, some consistency
With
with
us.
people as your commentators, yeah. Consistency with us, and believe it or not, we're on time. We're starting before qualifying's even started for once, so we can actually do a proper intro without having to rush into quali.
Woohoo!
So we're organised this week.
Yeah! It's good. That's good. Hello everybody. How are you all doing today? Oh, getting qualifying ready. Can't wait. Russian Grand Prix. Tier 1 divisions. Ooh, I wonder what the lap time's going to be like. I wonder what the weather conditions going to be like as well. Ooh. Russia can rain, so soon find out what it's going to be.
I wonder if Easton's going to continue his winning form as of late. He is top of the standings,
Yeah, just
so he's got a lot of pressure to live up to.
yeah, definitely. That's a good shout. Actually, it's we're loading into Q1. Get the championship standings in the drivers for you. So, in last place, in 0 points, in the Red Bull, we have got Smokey McBates. And then moving up from there, we have got Aldaf in the Ferrari with 4 points. And the Williams is Caesar MX with 15 points. Vettel SF71H in the AlphaTauri with 18 points. IGNX Legends in the Racing Point with 20 points. St. Diggles with 24 points in the other Racing Point. RSF1 Vettel in Alfa Romeo with 26 points. With Nat Dog ahead of him in the Haas with 43 points. Atomic Resina in the Ferrari with 51 points is behind XFR Turbo in the Alfa Romeo with 61 points. RSF Mansell in the McLaren with 77 points is behind Dave Rhombus 915 in the McLaren with no in the Renault with 83 points. My bad. Kid Cudi 24 in the Williams in is ahead of Dave Rhombus with 85 points. In front of Kid Cudi is Mr. Pigeon Munch or Catch That Pigeon in the other house with 98 points. Reigning F1 champion Sync Dyslexic in the Renault with 102 points. With RSR Hush in the Red Bull just ahead of him by 3 points with 105. In the McLaren is Midseat with 140 points. And then we got Corey Marshall in the Alpha Tari. No. Yeah, Corey Marshall in the Alpha Tari with 159 points. And then our two championship leaders. We have got the Mercedes of RSF1 Lando with 163 points. And RSF1 Eastern, our young Scotsman in the other Mercedes, with 214 points.
I have noticed that Vettel SF71H has retired in the pit lane without coming out onto track, and there is 20 people in the lobby, so
Yeah, and
he
somebody has
may have a quali ban.
disconnected. I think it was who was disconnected.
I didn't see. I wasn't really paying attention.
Who disconnected?
I was just.
Heavy rain race. Oh, we got rain in the race.
Oh.
Who was it who disconnected? I actually couldn't see when I was reading the thing. Cuddy.
Was it Cuddy?
No, Cuddy's in the chat. Cuddy, can you help me out here? If you can. CJ's retired.
Let's see if I can.
I don't know who it was. I think it was either Legends or Rhombus. I don't actually remember. Don't even know.
I say St. Diggles has got the entire
Heavy rain
track to
then
himself at
dry.
the minute.
According to Hush. Okay. Anybody in the chat from the F1 division, who was it who just disconnected at the start of qualifying there? 'Cause I literally just missed it. It's very gloomy as well, qualifying. that disconnected. Trying to find out who it was. Legends. He's apparently offline as always. Brazilian. No. Did these Rumbus?
I have no idea.
It says Rumbus is on right there. Who was it?
I'm sure they'll find a way to join back. It's still early in quali yet, so
Yeah, hopefully.
I have plenty of time to just join off Eastern, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. But we go on board with St. Diggles, who's actually on a lap here in Russia and invalidates.
I mean, he's the only one on a lap, so I'm just going to stick on him. And then Aldaf, I believe, is the next car to
Could it possibly
settle up,
be
who is still on that lap.
Sisu and Vettel might have retired early because they might have qualifying bans?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. No other reason why they would have retired early. So they probably have qualifying bans, that's why. Because I don't even know what the penalty situations are at the moment, so I don't know if anybody's got qualifying bans or not. Legends. It was Legends who disconnected. I knew it was one of them. I couldn't think of who. Thank you for helping me. Nobody actually helped me out who it was. Right, on board with Aldaf then. Going through. Getting ready to open the DRS into the flat out right hander, of course, in turn 1. And going over 205 miles per hour until you go under braking into turn 2 and 3, the right and the left. And then he stays to the deep inside there of the long right left hander turn 4. Going towards turn 5 now, under braking. Flicking to the right, one of the 90 degrees right handers, and then towards turn 6 now. The second 90 degree right hander. Short shifts into 5th now, into 7. And turn 8. Give it the car nice and tidy there, keeping on limits. Now into 9. Little twitch on the exit, but keeps it under control into 10.
Wait, who are you on board with?
Nice.
I've been sorting out the chat.
Oh, no. Now opens the DRS, coming towards turn 11 and 12. And easily catch yourself out under braking, and it looks like he's keeping it really well here. Now into 13 and 14. Now you could easily lose the rear end mid corner there, but he's keeping it nice and tidy into 15 and 16. Keep it nice and tidy, he's just and it's into the 1 minute 30.7 there from Mr. Aldaf.
So who are we going on board with next then? Who do you want to watch?
Vettel SF 118. Sisu doesn't, but I will take P19. Oh, so Sisu doesn't. So Sisu doesn't have a qualifying ban, but he just decides to retire. Okay. You're still on St. Diggles.
Yeah, I was on St. Diggles for a long time because I was trying to sort out someone who's not particularly happy who needed a bit of calming.
Oh, right, yeah, okay. Mr. Pigeon Munch, though.
I'm not doing it anymore. I mean, they're talking to someone else now, so I'm free. I'm paying attention.
Mr. Pigeon Munch goes 4 fastest on medium tyres.
I wonder if he's just burning the certain mediums, because obviously, like we know, it's going to be heavy rain to start off with.
Maybe
so
you want to
he's just
change your
burning
delta a
them
bit,
in Q1.
so we can see the tyres on the stream.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't forget about it. I just didn't have it on because I assumed everyone would be on softs. So I assumed we wouldn't need the tyres in this session.
Kind of proved you wrong. Legends is on an out lap. Smoking with Bates in the Red Bull is on a lap, going through the middle sector. Days Rombers is invalidated lap, so it's Smoky McBates on that lap.
Smoky McBates.
Smoky McBates.
Smoky. The Red Bull coming around the final few corners. The sector, I absolutely love this sector.
I hate
Piece
it.
of crap. So do I.
The only
Sector 1 and Sector 2,
The
I'm
only thing I
fine
hate
with,
about
but
that
it's this
sector
one.
is basically that those rhythm corners, you under brake in, flick it to the right, slide power on to the left, then you slightly put more power on, and then as soon as you pretty much go up to fifth or fourth, you instantly downshift it back down to like at least third or second, and then flick it to the left, and then flick it to the right, and Legends just left again. Legends fix your connection.
I don't mind the right left. It's the left right after that, like because of the little bump in the road. It always just throws my. It doesn't
Yeah,
throw
the
the
left
car,
right really does
but
throw your car, and that's what I
it's
hate
well for me.
about it.
It's not throwing the car. It just throws my confidence
Yeah.
because the slightest little unnervy settleness about the car, and my nerves just go through the fucking roof, and I
Yeah.
can't concentrate for like the next lap or two until I know that I can do that corner properly again.
Yeah, right. Give me a few seconds. I'll just quickly be right back.
Oh, he's left me. Oh, I'm on my own. Cool. Well, we are on board with Midzi. We're not going to be on board with Midzi. Right, we'll forget that. We have a Ferrari in the final sector. So, Tomic on an out lap, but he is about to start his lap, and I'll stick on board with him. For the Ferrari boys, I know there's a few Ferrari fans around from time to time. There's also quite a few Alfa Romeo fans that watch these races quite often, so I'll give some Alphas attention after this lap, which will probably be Cinque Veloce, because he's going to be the first one to be on a lap. But we'll stick on board Atomic for now, and then, hang on, just to make some people happy. Where's the little... I can't change my driver select. Well, that's awesome. Cool, well that doesn't work. But I was going to go on board and get Cinque Veloce's name ready and up on the screen. Atomic. Going around to start the final sector. Looking quite good so far. Nicely done through there.
And I'm back, and
Coming through
look
the
at
final
these
two
Wombus.
corners. I'm on Atomic at the minute, and then I'm going to go on to Cinque Veloce for some of the Alfa Romeo fans that are in the chat, because they always seem to dominate the chat whenever I look at streams back.
Yeah.
So, give the Alfa Romeo fans a little bit of...
Oh, Steph from Vettel,
that-
having a little joke on the chat. Eastern is the worst lobby host. Hasn't rained all season apart from Italy, and now it in bloody Russia. Well,
Look at that, though. Cinque Veloce within 2/10 of the leader, Dave's Rhombus currently, with a 130.6 for Rhombus, that is.
who did you say?
Rhombus with a 130.6.
Oh yeah.
I think Diggles appears to be having some issues on track.
A little spin.
He spun twice
Yeah,
within them.
Corey
within that
Marshall's
three
just going
corners.
around the final corner now. It's going to be into the 1 minute 30.7s. Who's next to set a lap? Diggles. Lando's on a lap, just gone through the first sector. Easton invalidated his lap. So
I'll stick on board with Lando because he hasn't set a lap yet, so let's
Josh
see
has
if he can
just
actually do
started his lap again. So yeah, let's stay on Lando. Try and go through the middle sector. Open the DRS for the second time. Spinilla. Spinala. Yeah. At the moment, that's what I'm guessing that's about. Diggle spinning. Well, Orlando. Coming towards the final two corners. Oh no!
Did he cut the last corner? That's such a
He
shame.
just gone wide on the exit on the last corner. Goes wide off track and invalidate and gave him a double lap invalidation. That is the worst timing.
Has anyone else not set a lap? Ooh, Easton and Hush have both not set laps yet, and
They're
they're both
invalidated
invalidated.
laps again.
Everyone who hasn't set a lap yet has invalidated.
Yeah. Except for
Other than
Mansell. Mansell
who's
hasn't
just
come
come
out
out
on
the pit
track.
lane.
You're actually saying it. Mansell is out on track.
Yeah, I just jumped on board with him.
Hush is coming back into the pits probably to set and put on another set of softs. And so
Who are the
is
two racing
Easton.
points doing anything? No.
Say again?
No one's doing anything. I was looking at the racing points to see if either of them are doing anything, but I actually think that the next car to do anything
Yeah,
is
Legends
probably
will
going to be Lando.
Legends about to start another lap. Eagles
Oh, okay, the Legends then.
is about to start another lap. Lando is probably going to go out for another lap. So pretty much the next. So it's pretty much Legends who's on a lap going through turn 4 now. It's close to the apex there on entry of turn 5 and takes it actually pretty well. Keeping it in limits there. Is it me or is it kind of laggy that racing point is of Legends?
No, he seems fine for me. Oh, no, a little bit laggy. Never mind. He looks fine for the most part, but then there's like little bits where he just like drifts to the right or left slightly. It's not a lot, but it's just very slight.
At the moment they haven't invalidated both racing point cars, so they're doing well. Easton Hutchison on his outlap mentor has just started this lap. It looks like he could possibly get a little tow from his teammate Midzi, actually, who's gone quickest of the session with a 130.1. Tomic Vizina's at 130.4, the second quickest in the Ferrari. And Legends goes 10th quickest. Diggles has invalidated again.
Oh, Mansell. How's Mansell doing? Mansell is valid still in Sector 1. We'll just finish Sector 1, coming into Sector 2.
Yep. He could possibly get a bit of a tow from his teammate ahead of him, though. Down this next straight.
I think that's what they're trying to do, because Midzi is on an outlap, so it's not going to cost Midzi anything to just give him a little bit of a tow down the straight. And it looks like Midzi has actually backed off to these last couple of corners.
A little tow.
What's Midzi going to do though? How's Midzi going to move out the way of this? Because you've got to be a bit careful not to cause an incident here. Oh, nicely done. Very nice. Got the maximum out of that, really, didn't they? They worked that beautifully.
Yeah, that was beautifully well done there between the two McLaren drivers.
If it was me, I'd probably have spared off going through that DRS left-hander thing and just gone spearing off into a wall and just be like, oh, well, never mind, that's my qualifying.
Here goes Mansell, round the final corner. 30.6 goes third fastest. Cinquelotti has retired from the session.
You know, I should probably put the thing up so it actually shows everyone's best lap times, because I had it on gap to leader so people could see the gaps, but I think most people can work it out for themselves, really. And, yeah, I'm just trying to be nice to people and... yeah. Is anyone towards the end of a lap? Diggles is towards the end of the lap.
Diggles is coming towards the end of his lap. As long as he keeps it tidy, he's actually driving pretty slow.
Oh, he's run out of fuel.
He's run out of fuel, yeah. So it's going to be Hush. It's the next driver to finish this lap.
Yep.
Just going through the second DRS straight now is the Red Bull driver of RSR Hush. Slight lock up in the front right there.
Do a lot of people in F1 use no assists? I'm kind of curious now. It's not really something I've thought of.
Hush again.
Oh, he's invalidated. A little bit of a slide on the exit just for good measure. But I'm going to focus on this man here. Current
And that's harsh
championship
out
leader.
qualifying, actually.
It is, yeah. I didn't realise the timer. But the championship leader, who hasn't set a lap yet, who's had a few issues in this qualifying session, but he is up on his personal best, which is invalid, so I'm assuming he has set a lap and he has got some sort of delta, we just can't see it. But Easton coming around the final couple of corners now. He only has 2 corners left to go. Don't invalidate now, or it's all over. Oh, that's very close to the limits, but he has got it done, and he has topped the leaderboards in Q1.
Lando
Very nice lap with a
is the final driver.
1:30.0. Lando coming round to set a lap. There he goes. 3rd place. The 2 Mercedes looking very strong around here this weekend.
So at the end of Q1, we have lost Smokey McBates in 16th in the Red Bull, Sink Diggles in the Racing Point in 17th, RSR Hush in the Red Bull in 18th, Beto RSF1 who retired early in the session in 19th, and ARS Zizu MX also who retired in the pits early in the session in 20th.
Just waiting for the final few cars to finish off the laps they are on. Mainly Diggles to get back into the pit lane. But he's slowly getting there. In he comes, nice and carefully, nice and slowly. And there he is. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, Q1 has been done. Who do we bring in then? Because we're meant to bring in someone, aren't we?
Yeah, let's try and get RSR Hush in.
Are you going to invite him or do you want me to invite him?
I'll do it.
Okay.
See if he joins the party. So we could get a few words with him. Huh. Hello. Hush. Make sure you have you tick the box to include your audio.
Can you hear it? There you go.
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Right. So, unfortunate start there for qualifying in Russia, with you starting in P18, and you gave us weather conditions as a heavy rain to a dry race. So, was you running a little bit more of a higher downforce setup, possibly to for the rain? Of course. I mean, unfortunate things was the constant lap invalidation you had, and you were just trying to get that in. Those laps in, but it wasn't working. Was it due to the high downforce setup you possibly could be running?
No, I was running a dry setup. Yeah, hate this track. Yeah, I've seen some other drivers use the orange curves to go over them. I have valid laps. I do it, getting validation. So this game is honestly so broken right now.
Welcome to my world. I see all these drivers, like, I watched the F1 tier the day before I race. I watch all these people take these lines and get away with it. It's like, you know what, I'll give it a go. I might be able to improve my pace and potentially move up a tier next season. I copy them and then it's just like, invalid.
Yeah.
It's just like, F you game.
It's a
Just,
pain.
What was your pace like though? Like, if you did set a valid lap time, what would you have set? Do you feel like would you have been through to Q2 or would you have been eliminated regardless?
Well, on my first lap I invalidated and it was a 30.3, so I would have been up there. So I'm kind of mad. I think I could have got the win today because of rain, but now I'm starting at back. I don't think that's a possibility.
It's always a possibility, mate. Don't give up on yourself. Always
Oh,
try and make most of the best
my
situations.
track record at Bush is
It's all
not
good.
great, so I've already crossed the win off my books.
What about a top three? Do you think you can get yourself onto a podium, redeem yourself a little bit?
It depends if I can get through traffic before the dry weather comes, because the DRS train is a pain around here. So it all depends really.
I mean, safety cars could potentially even help you as well at the right points. Like, so hopefully something can play out in your favour and gain an advantage on those ahead of you, because that's definitely what you need at this point.
Yeah, this is becoming a trend now, getting knocked out in Q1. Not enjoyable, I must say. I just want to get into Q2, man. I'm getting tired of getting put out in Q1, I can't lie.
Okay, what about Japan? Is Japan going to be something that you are strong at, or do we ignore Japan?
I'm on a pad, and I'm not done a single lap around that track on this game yet, so I don't really know.
You're on a pad, very interesting. I didn't know there's any pad users in F1. I'm not gonna lie, that's
Quite
very surprising
yeah,
to me.
it's quite a few. Mercedes drivers, Mid-C, myself, legends.
Excuse me. So what's what's the race actually going to be like? How long will it be until we could potentially see inters? Because if it's going to be a very short, heavy rain, you could start in the inters and just avoid a pit stop on people ahead of you.
The first slot was heavy rain, second slot's light rain, and the last slot is dry. So I might just take a gamble on inters if it's heavy, because I've got nothing to lose really.
I mean, that's a very good idea. That's kind of what I was going to say. To be fair, you kind of beat me to it a little bit. Oh, someone's had a yellow flag. Don't know what that was all about.
No, sorry, it was Eastern. Had a little trouble in the final sector there, losing the rear end of the Mercedes slightly, threw him off track, but still managed to keep the lap valid. It's not going to be a good lap from the Mercedes driver. Oh!
Ooh,
That
was that
Mansell
Mansell then? Jeez.
Lucky that I didn't take his wheel off.
Needs to find a way to come back onto the track before he gets disqualified.
Slowly does it. There you go.
Yeah, his pulse must have been absolutely racing for that.
Alright, I'll leave you two to it then.
Yeah, I do wish you luck in the race, mate. Like, I think you have a good idea of what you want to do, so
Yeah, if you
prepare yourself for it. And
if you see me with no wing on lap 1, I'm probably gonna retire. So wish me luck.
oh gosh, please, please do well, please.
I'll try my best. See ya.
Yes,
Alright,
please
in a bit,
bring the
dude.
car home.
I'll try.
I did just watch a very strange thing from Days Rhombus. He went round, what would that be, 5, 6. The sharp right-handers, it's either turn 7 or turn 8, depends on how you look at it, where the racing point is now. And he just went straight off the track, all 4 wheels off the track, carrying a lot of momentum, and it was still valid.
Rocker?
You know what I mean, right? You know the corner I'm talking about.
Kind of.
Go on board with Midzi, right? This right-hander here with Midzi.
Alright, yeah.
He just ran straight off wide, wider than Midzi just did, and it was still valid.
Okay.
That's not how you take that corner, Midzi. That is not how you do that. That was a good effort. Vlotche coming around the corner to set a lap, and it's a 1:30.6. Well done to him. Good job for the racing point there. Who's near the end of the lap? Anyone who hasn't set a lap yet? Oh, jeez. Corey Marshall could focus on, I guess. I don't really have a clue. Yeah, Corey Marshall looking very good. I had a little talk with Corey Marshall a couple of days ago, and it was he's a very nice person to talk to be fair. So
Hmm.
that's one issue with some of the higher tiers is you see all these high like paced drivers, and when you're someone that they don't know and you try talking to them, they just don't really care that you exist. That's something I've had in the past in other leagues, not necessarily RSF1, because RSF1 there's a lot of friendly faces around in RSF1.
Oh yeah.
But that's one thing I do like is when you try talking to someone new, they are quite accepting. Just don't talk to someone after a bad race. That's what I've also learned. If they've had a bad race, don't talk to them. Days one person is coming around the final corner and he sets a 1:31.1. I hadn't got the fucking tyres up again. I apologise, everyone. I am so sorry. I'm such a bad commentator today. Where's dyslexic? Oh, dyslexic. Did I just catch dyslexic cutting the final bit of the pit lane? No, I'm joking. I'm not going to cause that controversy after yesterday in F5. I'm just trying to stir up some giggles. So ignore me, everyone. I'm not being serious. If you want to penalise someone like that, then that's up to you. But I'm just saying as a bit of banter. I love causing drama and controversy. I love it. Mitzi coming around to start another lap. He hasn't managed to set a lap as of yet, so what can Mitzi do?
Mitty going around turn 4 on the moment. Keeping the car nice and tidy so far.
He has got a racing point ahead of him though, which could cause some issues, but he doesn't. Moved out of the way quite nicely, and that is IGN Legends doing a very nice job of letting people through. Very good of him. That's one thing I remember seeing quite a bit of early on in the season and halfway through the season. Is a lot of people just getting in each other's way around some of like the tighter tracks, and it's just a nightmare. Oh, Midsy's hit a wall, but survives. Very lucky, but I think Midsy's going to have to come back into the pit lane now, get some fresh boots on while they can.
Into the pits goes Mitty after losing a bit of that front wing from that corner. Alright, so who's on a lap? That hasn't.
Legends looks like he's pushing, so Legends could be one to keep an eye on. He is in the drop zone.
In goes quickest.
Oh my gosh. I've got an awful cough right now, I do apologise.
Coronavirus!
I've got coronavirus, I'm sorry. No, I do not have coronavirus. Oh, I just realised this video can't go on YouTube anymore, you can't say that word. Well, poo. IGN Legends taking some very nice lines so far. He's pushing hard on these medium tyres, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He needs to find, what, 3 seconds in a lap to be safe, really, I guess. Not 3 seconds, that's maybe a bit bit harsh. Like 2.5 seconds, I think, roughly. No, not even that. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm really not with it today, people. I am so sorry.
A little teamwork has happening here as well between the Renault drivers. It's great stuff there. Dave
Dyslexic trying to
Wombus.
get through.
Yeah, Dave Wombus giving Dyslexic a little toe there down that straight.
I think now though, IGN needs to get into that pit lane quick and get quickly straight back out.
Yeah. Easton's currently on an outlet, but he's in the drop zone. Sync Dyslexic. 6th fastest.
Why am I still on board with Dyslexic? He's finished his lap. I was just watching him. I'm awful today. I'm not with it.
Mitzi is just on his lap, but Easton is actually on his lap. Go through the first sector
Tom
now.
retired. Who you on board with, sorry?
Easton, championship leader.
It's Easton. I was on board with Rhombus because Rhombus is now
Oh,
going to get the toe
Easton's
off his
actually
teammate.
invalidated. So it's just Mitzi.
I'll stick on board with Rhombus then. Getting a very nice toe off his teammate. They got very close to bumper to bumper action there, but they kept it nice and tight, I guess.
Rumber's 3rd fastest with a 30.4. Mitzi is the next car to cross the line on his lap.
Coming around the final sector, looking very tidy for that sequence of corners there. Mitzi there setting a great lap time. It looks like he's going for a second lap, so I want to see what his delta is in sector 1. Because obviously he believes that he can go quicker. He's down by half a tenth. Okay, we'll jump on board with Easton now though. Because Easton, as you say, is championship leader. Struggled with invalidations today, and also that incident. Where was it? Sector 2, wasn't it, where he had that little spin?
Sector 2 and Sector 3, I think.
Where he managed to just hold the car. Coming around the final couple of corners now, looking very tidy. Just keep it clean now, Easton, and he has done. Crosses the line, 2nd place. There he goes. He is through and is now completed the session. The people in danger now, Legends. Like I said, he wasn't quite quick enough on the medium tyres, but now he's on the softs. This is where he'll want to set the best lap he can. He has got an Alfa Romeo behind him, which will be Vettel. So he needs to not let the pressure get to him too much, I think, here. Oh, he has bottled it. Commentator's curse. I said don't let it get to him, and he unfortunately cracked a little.
So, out in Q2, we have lost Cinque Veloce, Mr. Pigeonmunch, SSR Stenner, RSF1 Vettel,
I'm trying to think of who to
and Argent Legends.
Can we get Cinque Veloce in? Because I think the person just missing out on
Cinque Veloce, yeah?
Q3 deserves it. Yeah,
Yes.
I think it'd be a good one to have.
Yeah, let's get Cinque Veloce in here.
I've got like 4 freaking drivers messaging me on Discord. Fuck.
Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, pretty much.
So at the end
Like
of
World War
Q1,
Bloody III.
Q2, Cinque Veloce in 11th with Mr. Pigeonmunch in 12th, Stenner in 13th, Vettel in 14th, and Legends in P15. And we get towards the final shootout.
Hey, this is going to be a very close Q3, I feel, because 4 attempts between the top 10 in that session. So we'll just do the 4 attempts, but this is where everyone will put it in their fastest engine modes, fastest ERS modes, and well, you only get one. You get on or off with ERS, but you know what I mean. People are going to be pushing the absolute most, so anyone could get pole at this point. Even though I do predict Easton, either Easton or Midzi, but let's see. The biggest question will be though, who can hold it all together when it matters in the rain, because the race is where the points are gained, because you don't gain any points in qualifying, as they say in career mode. I hear that saying one too many times. Here's a question for the chat then. How many safety cars do you think we'll have during the Rasi?
Oh, I don't know. Gonna be a good
It's a question for the chat, you see.
Yeah, I see what
How many safety cars will there be?
Hmm.
I'm going to load the chat up so I can see who says what. Oh, I've got an ASOS advert. Cool. Appreciate that.
Was that?
I got an advert, so... Lovely. Love the adverts. Let me see your predictions, people. How many safety cars will we see? Is it a dry race just got here? No, it is a wet race to inters to dries. So it's very, very mixed conditions. Full wets at the start, apparently. Two safety cars then. Okay, that's a good prediction there from Prost. What about VSEs as well? Two safety cars, any VSEs, or just normal safety cars?
I'd say we could possibly see 2 safety cars, maybe 2 VSCs, I'd say.
There's normally more VSEs than there is safety cars, so I'd say personally, on the prediction of 2 safety cars, I'd say 3 VSEs, but that seems very excessive.
I don't know really, I mean, one stage in one
It's
league.
not always that way, no, but just typically
I mean, in one league I did have 2, I had 1 safety car and 3 virtual safety cars.
That's what I mean. There's always more VSEs than safety cars.
Yeah.
Normally, it's not always the case. I'm just going by
Yeah.
what I normally see in other races and my career mode and stuff like
Well,
that.
actually, in the same league, in one race I had 1 safety car, 3 VSCs, and then the race after that I had 1 VSC and 3 safety cars. So it's like
I got a feeling we will see a few safety cars just because of one thing, which is the pure pace you carry down to turn 2.
Yeah.
Because turn 1 is flat, then you got such a long run to turn 2 from the starting grid.
Yeah.
That you're carrying so much momentum, and people will be caught out with cold brakes, cold tyres, wet weather, wet tyres. And obviously we might have a couple of people, as we heard, on inters in full heavy wet rain. So if they catch themselves out, they're just going to aquaplane. So that could also cause a few issues if they're not careful. So it's going to be very interesting turn one with the wet weather. I wouldn't want to be in that situation. I definitely hope I'm not in that situation tomorrow.
Yeah.
I struggle enough in the dry. But 29.8 from Midzi, the first 29 of the evening, I believe.
First driver actually to hit 29s, yeah, of course. Yeah, at the moment he's looking on pace. Everybody's hitting into the 30s. One burst with a 30.0.
But if anyone else can match that 129, it's this guy right here, which is Easton. Running out of VRS as he comes up to the final corner, but that won't affect him too much. Comes out the final corner and it's a 130.7, so there's obviously some sort of mistake there by Easton. But, or maybe it could just be set one tyres, just get a banker lap in and not push too hard. We don't know. But Tomic with a 1 minute 47, absolutely stellar lap. No one's going to be that 47. No one's beating that.
Nah.
But Mansell, Mansell coming around the final.
Possibly people could get close to it, but it's definitely going to be a good lap to beat. But I think people could get kind of close to it.
But Mansell there with a 130.3, matching the times of Cuddy, now Lando as well, and Aldaf that are all in the 130.3s. That is insanely close. Let's have a look at the gap to the leader so far. If we take out Tomic, who's 17 seconds off the leader, you have an 8/10 spread throughout the field from Midzi to Easton. But obviously Easton not quite going at full pace just yet. Who's on a lap? Corey Marshall, is that? Corey Marshall's going again. He's pushing, and so is
Midzi.
It wasn't Corey Marshall I was even on board with. It was bloody Aldaf.
Midzi's going at it again.
I mean, I have done a couple of practice sessions in Grand Prix mode, and I have noticed that if you do 2 or 3 laps on softs, they can get quicker. Corey Marshall's still going though. Corey Marshall's ahead of Midzi in the Alpha Tauri, not the Alfa Romeo. It's actually kind of nice to not have any Alfa Romeos in Q3, I'm not gonna lie. It's nice to see them gone. Just trying to cause a little bit of a stir, because Alfa Romeo have been very dominant this season. Not necessarily consistently, but throughout the season they've scored some good points very regularly. Are they top of the overall constructors, or
Who's that?
is that Mercedes? Alpha.
Overall
Romeo.
constructors is Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, so as I said, they're very consistent all season. I thought it might be Mercedes because aren't
Alfa Romeo are
they quite
leading
close?
by 60 points ahead of Mercedes.
Yeah.
Alpha
So in
Tauri's
this
on
tier, this is the
717.
tier where Mercedes can catch up to the Alfa Romeos. I kind of want the Mercedes to win because I drive a Williams and they have a Mercedes engine, if that counts for anything.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
To be fair, I'm not too bothered. Like some people enjoy the combined constructors, but myself personally, I don't really care too much about the combined. Like it's nice for a little something to compete for, but
Yeah.
I'm not really paying attention to it. I just focus on my tier really. Well, my tiers, because the tiers that I race and the tiers that I commentate. When I do engineering for anyone, I don't even pay attention to their standings. I'm not gonna lie, I just focus on the driver I'm helping. But I'm all over the place. Dyslexic is on an out lap. We'll stay on board with Dyslexic because I think Marshall's on his in lap because he invalidated the lap he was on.
I think Dyslexic is the first car out on track the start of the second half of Q3 here on an outlap at the moment.
No one's really joining yet though, but there is a McLaren in the pit lane. Is he coming out? Yeah, he is. Which will be
Mitzi.
Mansour Midzi. Is it Midzi? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just change the gap to fastest lap so we can see people's fastest laps. Dyslexic not setting a lap as of yet.
Second?
Dyslexic hasn't set a lap as of yet.
No,
like,
not yet.
valid. In the banana car. Alright, here he goes. Starting his lap, open the DRS, and away he goes. Very nicely done so far. What advantage will he have on his Delta if he has one at all? We can't see it because he hasn't set a valid lap, but first sector 32.8. I don't know how that compares to others, but people are starting to just fly out the garage, giving us some more entertainment. Only 2 people left in the pits. I think 3 people left in the pits, sorry. Oh no, there is 2 because one of them's just come out. And then the other one's just come out. Never mind, I'm all over the place. Now my mum's texted me. I don't have time to text you, mum. Leave me alone. She was like, have you slept well? Are you eating? And it's just like, shush.
So Mitzi on a lap, currently our pole sitter with a minute to go here in Q3. Don't know
On board with him. He's currently 10th up.
he's up on his time, so he could potentially look to be in the 129.7s. As long as he keeps going. Oh, he's just down.
It'll just be this final sector now. If he can nail this final sector, he can gain that time back that he's lost in sector 2, and he's had a wobble.
And that's qualifying done for him.
Lando's coming round, and he is on a lap. Is he up on his time? I didn't see. He's a 10th and a half up on his time. So that'll put him behind Corey Marshall currently. So he'll gain a place on Kid Cudi. Going around the final couple of corners. Very nice line through there. What about this one? Very nicely done. 3 attempts in total. 29.9. He has done it. Can his teammate match him though?
Qualifying is done. Done in P4. Dyslexic is done. He was done in P10. Easton is apparently gone purple in the middle sector, and that's be personal best because he's only nearly 4 tenths up on his time.
Kid Cudi is up on his time as well, but he has had a little bit of a wobble, so we'll see if that actually makes him improve.
Rombers has invalidated. Cudi is in 5th. After this lap, Easton!
Oh, what a lap for Easton. What a lap.
What a lap from Easton. Right, I'm staying on board with Mitzi, see if we can respond to that. He's currently up on his time still. Through this middle sector, he's still a 10th up on his time. So this could be close between it's either going to be Mercedes or McLaren in pole here in Russia.
Here he comes. How much can he improve by, if he does improve at all through this final
And he
sector? And
goes,
he comes across the
Paul.
line, improves by 3/10. What a lap, son. That was absolutely amazing. Lando is the last driver to set a lap, and he is not able to because it is invalidated. So, Midzi, fetch. Fetch, Cocoms! Fetch!
Alright, yes, let's get Mitzi in.
I'll give you a run through the top 10. So, 10th place, you have Sync Dyslexic in the... I can't tell. It looks orange, but it's actually just a Renault. In 9th place, you have Tomic Brazina. In 8th place, you have RSF1 Mansell. In 7th, you have Kid Cudi. In 6th, you have Corey Marshall. In 5th, you have Days Rhombus. 5th, you have Lando. 4th, you have a driver. 3rd, you have a driver. 2nd, you have Easton. And on pole, you have Midzi. I didn't see who 3rd and 4th were. 3rd and 4th are... I said Lando. Okay, 3rd is Aldaf, 2nd is Easton, and 1st is Midzi. And Midzi has just joined. Hello, Midzi.
Hello.
Have you tipped the little boxy in the top of the party?
Yeah.
Ah, that's good. So, very good lap time right at the end. Easton looked like he was going to beat you, but you went for 2 runs on them set of softs, which looked very good for a lot of people tonight. So, you definitely proved your dominance to Easton today. So, how are you feeling for the race with it being heavy rain to start?
I don't know. I think it's quite clear me and Easton are using the dry setup. So I think it's just as long as I get a good start and not get caught up in anything, should be alright.
So, what's the plan then? You're just going to be a rolling roadblock for everyone for the first few laps until it dries up? Is that the plan? Just be a roadblock for everyone, not let them through?
Hopefully. I mean, I should have better straight line speed than those using the wet setup. I think it's just main thing is not get penalties. Because even in the rain, I think there'll be a lot of penalties.
So obviously now you loaded into the grid. What can we get a bit more of a more accurate weather update? Because all we got was one block was full wets, one block was inters, and then the last block was dry. Can we get a bit more of an inside?
It's saying here the first 2 blocks are heavy rain, and it's inters, and then there's just overcast in the last block.
So could it be a potential one stop maybe, going from full wets to instant dries and just try and see through the wets through the inter period? That could be an option.
Oh no, it's telling me to start on inters. So
It's telling you to start on inters.
yeah, even with the heavy rain. So even so, it should be an easy one stop. So
Yeah, what will it be? Inters to mediums, right?
yes. Well, yeah, if it dries up enough, but by the way it's looking with just the one block of overcast at the end, it'll probably be inters all the way.
Could be. Maybe if there's a late safety car within the final 5-10 laps, we could see the dries being a gamble for some people that are further back and catch those that try and push through on the inters, just get them caught out.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
So,
it's worth the risk.
You never know.
Yeah, worth the risk.
So you feeling confident then? We're gonna be seeing you back in here for the top 3 interviews at the end. How are you feeling for it? Confident?
I want to say I do feel confident, but I mean, if I say that, I'll probably end up in or something happen on lap 1. But I don't know, pace feels good. So I guess we'll just say.
I have a very good thing for commentator's curse, so I'll try not to say too much about you in the race because
Yes,
I'm very good at commentator's curses. I've done it before where I said Easton looks strong and then Easton crashes, for example.
You did it in Italy.
Wow.
When Corey
did,
Marshall
yeah.
was on the back of Mitzi in the race, and then on the last lap, Corey Marshall crashed out on the final corner.
Yeah, that was a thing. So it's probably best if I don't. Right, I can be on board with you, but I won't say anything over you. I'll just curse everyone else behind you, just make your day a bit easier on the dry setup.
Yeah, thanks, Pet.
Yeah, no problem. Just make sure you just try to stay within those track limits. We know what this track's like with it.
Yeah. Alright.
I do wish you luck, and I do give you some sympathy for using a dry setup in the rain. So I do have some sympathy for you, but all the best.
Do I set up in the rain? Nah, that ain't a problem.
To be fair, I've spoken to a few people around this track, and their suspension is almost like a wet setup anyway, because they run like 3 or 4 front ride height with like 5 or 6 rear ride height because of the curbs here. So that's almost a wet setup anyway, just with the ride height. It's just the stiffness of everything is a bit higher than wet.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna head off, guys. I'll.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright,
Thank you,
bud.
mate.
Yeah,
Cheers
good
for
luck to you,
tuning
man.
in.
Have fun.
and
Try and
good luck.
enjoy.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
So,
Hello,
you-
RSF1 Vettel in the chat,
Hello, Vettel,
saying
yes.
wet with 3 things. What would that be?
That he's in wet FFS. That's for F's sake.
Oh. Oh. You not like the wet then, Vettel? We'll keep an eye on you so we can make sure you crash. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna try not to curse anyone today, but it always happens. It's nice to see that no one's readied up yet, though, because normally by now someone would
Yeah,
have
it's because they're waiting
if they were
for
going
Easter,
to.
which
Oh, there we go.
just ready up.
Yeah, good timing. Commentator's curse is back already, and we haven't even started the race. Oh dear. Oh dear. What's a jeer? I don't know.
A what?
A jeer.
A Gia?
Cheers. Cheers, Jeff.
I have no idea.
I don't know how people watch these streams. There's nearly 30 people watching, and all I'm doing is sat here talking shit.
Language.
I apologise, everyone. I'm not a vet. What are you calling me language for, boy? Who do you think you're talking
Who
to?
you call it a boy? I'm a man. I'm 23 for crying out loud.
I'm a real boy.
Anyway,
Wait.
evening, Mr.
Did you say
Toto.
you're 23?
Yes, I'm 23.
Oh,
I don't sound like it, but yes, I am.
hello, Toto.
But yes, grid rundown for everybody here. So ARS Sizu MX in the Williams in 20th place, starting on the intermediate condition tyres. Right, everybody is. But you look in 19th place, and you have Vettel SS71H in the AlphaTauri. He is starting on the full wet tyres. Arsar Harsh in the Red Bull in 18th place, with Sink Diggles in the Racing Point Pink Mercedes in 17th. Smokey McBates in the other Red Bull in 16th position. Who's on in 15th? We have got the other Racing Point Pink Mercedes of Argent Legends. In 14th, we have got the Alfa Romeo of RSF1 Vettel. In 13th, we have got the reserve driver SSR Stena in the pain in the ass has, and then in 12th we got his teammate Catch That Pigeon Mr. Pidgemunch in the other pain in the ass has. Sink Veloce in the Alfa Romeo is in 12th. Sink Dyslexic, a reigning F1 champion, is in the banana car in 10th place. Tomic Brazina is in 9th in the Scuderia Ferrari, with RSF1 Mansell ahead of him in the Papaya McLaren. Kikardley and Williams in 17th place, with the AlphaTauri of Corey Marshall in 6th. Dazed Rhombus in the banana car Renault in 5th, with RSF1 Lando in the black Mercedes. In 3rd we have got Aldaf in the Scuderia Ferrari, with RSF1 Easton in the other black Mercedes in 2nd place, and our pole sitter Mid-C 15, who we was speaking to earlier before they went underway in the formation app, in the Papaya McLaren. Evening Prost. Look at that, all timing, and we have hello. Zizu spun on formation app. Are you here, monster?
No.
You wanna maybe put the Delta things on?
It is on.
You don't have
Oh, no, it's
tyres.
I had it on stops, and obviously no one stopped yet.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
disappeared
as we're
again.
getting ready for the Russian Grand Prix, it is full wets. We got 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's go, go, go for the Russian Grand Prix here. It looks like everybody's got a real good start there.
Was you about to say the British Grand Prix?
I was saying there was
Did you just
contact.
bottle it?
There was contact, and there is big, heavy contact.
Oh, there's
in
more
the
behind.
Backfield there, we have lost.
Oh.
Oh my lord, we have got a big crash happening right now. Oh my lord, oh my lord,
Oh, wow.
oh my lord, what just happened? We have got a safety
That
car,
was
but we have lost 5
mental.
cars by turn 1.
Let's have a look at positions gained, shall we? That's mental. No one's
great,
lost
my
a
controller
place
batteries are low.
that's still in the race. No one's lost a place.
And we're go, 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 and it's wow, wow, wow. What has happened? Sync Dyslexic picks up a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision with Mr. Pigeon Munch. And it is only the first lap.
I was about to say there's a yellow car just sat at turn
That's a
turn
safety
4.
car.
But it's a safety car. Yeah, I thought it was a Renault.
Right, so as a safety car, we have lost SSR Steiner, who was a reserve tonight. We have lost RSF1 Lando, who was second in the Drivers' Championship. 51 points behind his teammate. Will now drop further behind without finishing this race. Corey Marshall is out of the race, Aldaf is out of the race, and Vettel is out of the race. Zizu MX has got wing damage. Legends has wing damage, I presume. Yes, Legends has wing damage. Smokey McBates
I've
has
got a
wing
feeling we're going to
damage.
see a lot of people in the pits though because of them
Vettel
5-second penalties. People will serve them
SF71H
now.
has wing damage. Sink Veloce has wing damage. RSR Hush has escaped wing damage. Diggles had wing damage. Dyslexic had wing damage. Oh my lord! And look where Hush is! From 18th.
But the only issue with Hush now is he has got that 5-second penalty that he will have to serve at some point. But he has got clear of the traffic like he said earlier on when we spoke to him.
Yeah. Look at all those pens. Yes, I know. Quite a few. Look at all those cars in the pits.
That was crazy. I think a lot of people pitted though, not necessarily just because of damage, but also to get rid of the penalties while the safety car's here. Because a lot of them people that came into the pits had 5-second penalties, so they'd want to just got that out of the way. And Hush has dropped back unless that's a glitch. I see it says Diggles is leading the race. Yes, it's definitely a glitch.
No. This is still glitched. That was a big out. Yes, that is definitely a big out for a lot of those drivers. Especially for RSF1 Lando, who's trailing his teammate by 51 points in the drivers.
Talking about Vettel though. RSF1 Vettel was a Alfa Romeo driver, and I believe Foss is an Alfa Romeo driver as well. So I think that's where that's coming from. I think because there is quite often a lot of Alfa Romeo fans watching these races. So
there's always an incident at turn 1. Yeah, true.
Yeah. I'm going to open a drink, so excuse me for a little cracking noise. I've got a can of Monster. So, there's your warning. You've had your warning, and I'm done. I'm on about the whole crash. Oh, okay. I did say that there'd be a big crash in turn 1, but no, not turn 1, turn 2. But I didn't actually expect it to be at turn 1. I'm not going to lie. I thought we might be okay with that one. God, first race for me, that gets wiped out. Yeah, unlucky Stenner, man. Like, there's always next race. This is not a good track to make your debut on with these sort of weather conditions. Like, this league is normally pretty good.
Worse. It could be a worse track.
Not many though. I don't think Monaco would have been that bad. Not to that extent. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, to be fair. Oh, Corey Marshall is left. Oh yeah, he's out of the race. To be fair, yeah, I'm going to talk about a different league. I started WOR on their second season on F1, and it was my first season. My first race was Spain, of course, in the second tier. Week later, I got asked to be a reserve driver for Tier 1. And that was Monaco. So you think about it, after one race actually literally one race in Tier 2 in WOR, and I already been asked instantly to race as a reserve for Tier 1 for Monaco. At Monaco for WOR. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. Straight after that race, they gave me a gave me a spot for Tier 1 from Canada onwards. Right, okay. I wasn't expecting just to do one race in Tier 1 and then at Tier 2 and then instantly move up to Tier 1, but okay, I did. But yeah, and to be fair, I did actually. I started racing, like, that's how I started racing. From that league, and that's why I've been racing like for how long I have now. I race so many leagues. I used to race in so many leagues and so many days, it's ridiculous.
How long till next safety car? Turn 1 again?
Possibly. We got safety car in this lap anyway.
If people tried to go for an overtake, like straight off the last corner, like try and push for an overtake through turn 1, turn 2, there'll be another safety car. I can pretty much almost guarantee that. And there's normally 1 or 2 impatient people. So, it could be an absolute disaster. There could be another 4 or 5 car pile up again.
Alright, here we go. So Missy, bunching up the field, getting ready to go. Racing again. The safety car is in around the final corner, and he's going. It looks like he didn't catch Easton out that well. Easton's still hot on his tracks. Mitty opts to go defensive already, coming towards turn 2. Under braking these two go. Easton nearly hits the back of Midseat there, but managed to not lose any wing. Dave's Rhombus brakes a bit too late and goes wide on at turn 2. And at the moment, everybody's kept it clean for the first 5 corners.
Those Rhombus has been cutting the track a little bit. Like, he cut turn 3 and didn't take the escape road, so...
Ashton had a good restart, by the looks of it.
No, he hasn't. Midsie had a slide out of the last corner. He did. Well spotted. But he managed to keep it all together quite nicely and managed to hold Easton off into turn 2, so that's the important part for Midsie, as he is running a dry setup, as he has told us earlier. Easton's still looking to be under charge, but we'll come back to these two later, because there is a battle that's a bit close on just behind him with Kid Cudi and Days Rhombus.
I'll be right back.
Okay. People keeping it nice and clean, nice and gentle so far off this restart. Got to be a bit fragile with these cars in this weather. As we've seen in real life, they are very, very active under slippy conditions, so... But here we go. I think here Rhombus is going to lose out to Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi goes nicely around the inside of turn 1. Managed to keep it side by side quite nicely, which is very nice to see from these drivers. Obviously at the top of this league. Ooh, and Days Rhombus gets pushed out a little bit there by Kid Cudi, and my TV shan't turn off. Give me a sec. There we go. So obviously Pigeon Munch is just behind these guys, and he's going for a move on Kid Cudi. Just gives him a little tap on the rear, I feel there, but kept it clean. Still side by side, but no, he tucks in behind Cudi and just ahead of Rhombus, so they're keeping it nice and clean so far. Easton has dropped off a little bit off Midseat at the minute, just to Keep you
Right,
updated on
I am
that
back.
front. Missed a bit of a nice battle there.
Nah. Those
Pigeon
two have
Munch,
just pulled
Cuddy and
away,
Bombus.
and we got a big battle here in midfield from Kid Cudi downwards.
Diggles has just lost a place to Veloci, so not sure what happened there because I'm trying to keep an eye on the lead battle. But look at this, Tomic, Bezina, Mansell and Rhombus are all close together. Rhombus losing a ton of places at the minute. Already lost 2 to the 2 ahead of him. I'm sure Easton is on the dry setup as well. Easton on the dry setup, but managed to hold on to the back of Midzi. He needs to keep that gap stable, but obviously if they're both running a dry setup, I think the straight line speed on this track is obviously working well for them, because obviously they have a lower downforce setup, right, for wet, so, well, for the dry, sorry, so it's actually turning out a dry setup is better than a wet setup, maybe then. That's very weird.
It's looking like it at the moment. Just look at this big midfield battle we're having here between, well, from Days Rhombus downwards up into all the way down to, I think, Vettel SF.
Really?
No, to Diggles really.
No, Diggles is only 3/10 off the back of Veloce. So it is a train of everyone, really, isn't it?
Say again?
They're all within a second of each other. All of them. Apart from Zizou. And obviously the front 2 have just gone as well. And Rhombus is the leader of the pack, really, at the minute. I just realised that Button sent me a message on Discord saying language. Button, keep your nose out of this. Oh, Pigeon Munch is on the back of Cuddy. And Tomic's on the back of Rhombus. This is even closer. Tomic is running out of ERS though to try and get past Rhombus. He's running out, looking for a move, but it's not quite there. Been more penalties handed out further back with Veloce and Smokey getting penalties so far. Obviously Hush got his on the first lap, so I didn't include him. There was a little battle at the back. Yeah. Mansell and Hush, I believe, in that.
Yep. There's a bit of contact happening there as well between the two.
Let's jump on board with Pigeon Munch, see if he can get something done on this long straight on Kid Cudi, and then we'll go back to that little group behind them.
The longer these guys are staying behind each other at this rate, the more and more their engines overheating.
Unless they put it in lean. Lean could potentially save them with the game.
Well, yeah, it could potentially save them, but it still heats up.
Has Rhombus got damage? Doesn't look like it, but Ferrari's round!
We got a Ferrari round. That was Rosina losing the rear end. Looks like Hush again narrowly escape a spinning car and gets away with that with no damage again, as he's on the back of Mansell.
Diggles definitely got damage there though.
Veloci is under pressure and Hush in towards turn 2.
The Alphas having a look as well. Because I thought Hush was going to make a move on Mansell there, so I thought they were going to go 3 wide into turn 2. That would have been very interesting. That gap at the front though with Midzi and Easton is just falling from Easton at the minute.
Yeah, definitely. Easton's losing time to Midseat.
I don't think he'd be too worried about it though, because I don't think Midzi's in the title fight, is he?
Midseat. Midzi is sitting on 159 points. He's well. If Midzi wins, tonight, he overtakes Lando in the championship for second.
Oh wow, okay. I didn't realise it was that close to them.
Lando's on
So this
160.
could be a bit of a threat then.
Lando's on 163. Midzi's on 159.
How many's Easton on?
214. So there's a 51 point gap between Easton and Lando.
If I'm not mistaken, Midzi is going to have to pull out a lot to close in on Easton for the title though, because even if Midzi finishes ahead of Easton as a 1-2 every race, that's still not enough points for Midzi to win the title.
I don't know.
If they finish 1-2 every race with Midzi first, Easton second, Easton would win the title. If
Go on,
finished like this every
Atalanta!
race.
Sorry. Yeah.
Atalanta?
Yeah, they're 2-0 up against Liverpool in the Champions League.
Right, so that rounds it up for this stream, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in.
Oh, we have lost Smokey McBates in the final sector. It was at the final corner.
He's retired in the pit lane.
Oh, okay.
Calm down, lad.
All I saw was Smokey McBates retired. I'm like, oh.
Midzi joined mid-season. I didn't know that. So, Midzi, in the position he's in then...
Yeah, Midzi did join mid-season.
I wasn't aware of that because I haven't been focusing on F1 like at all. I didn't know. Look at this though. Sync Dyslexic on the back of Rhombus. Will Rhombus move out of his teammate's way? Doesn't look like it as of yet. He's trying to fight for that 5th position.
Motion Glasgow won 4-0. Messi won 1-0.
Nah, no one cares about Manchester City.
Yeah, I'm in Manchester United, so.
That's alright then. Well, it's not alright because you're United. That's just as bad, but...
No, it's not. Ajax won 3-0. Atletico Madrid drew 0-0 to Lokomotiv Moscow. Okay. Munich won 2-0. Real Madrid beat Inter Milan 2-0 and Eden Hazard and Rodrigo scored for Real Madrid.
Welcome to Football Catch-Up, ladies and gentlemen. Get all your latest scorelines here in RSF1.
If you think about it, Atalanta is winning 2-0 against a very weak Liverpool team at the moment, if you think about it, because Liverpool doesn't really have the players. Most of their players are out injured, and some of them, and plus they're missing Salah, who's in 2 weeks in self-isolation because he was positive for coronavirus.
Do you want to talk about the side-by-side action between Veloci and Mansell? Because we just missed out on that. Oh, she's going for a move, but he's had a bit of a wiggle on the exit. That's not ideal.
I was actually on board with that, so.
I mean, I was as well, but I was also saying we talk about football.
We wasn't paying attention because we were just talking about the football then, but yeah, anyway.
I was paying attention, I was just listening to you because, you know, I don't want to be
Yeah,
rude.
that's why I think Atalanta are 2-0 up against Liverpool right now.
Oh, for God's sake.
But anyway, yeah, back onto our proper programme now. As Veloce has gone up the inside of Sync Dyslexic, Dave's Rhombus, and got past Rhombus. And now Mansell has got past Rhombus. Rhombus has lost 2 positions in one corner. near enough. And now Rhombus has lost. Rhombus had a mistake, and he's lost more, pretty much every other position. So within pretty much the end of that lap there, Rhombus has just lost 4 positions.
It wasn't even that, it was just half the lap, really, wasn't it? It's just nearly this final sector, he just lost from 6th to 10th.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Veloce is looking to try and get past this dyslexic now, so Veloce is on an absolute mad one. Oh, Hush has just got past Mansell.
Mansell's trying to fight back, but can't. He's
doing it, he's gone up the inside.
trying to. Oh, hello, Legends.
Oh.
Well off the track there. Leg breaking.
And he's lost the place back to Rhombus, so Rhombus has gained a place now. Look at this gap though to Veloce and Dyslexic. They've both got a lot of DRS saved up, both of them, and ooh, that was a bit of contact
Yeah, I
between
mean,
the two
due
of
to
them.
the wet weather conditions, you can save up a lot of ERS.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
At the same time as with fuel as well. People want to know penalty situations.
They want to know pens.
Yep. Oh, Veloce had a little
there we
moment
go.
on the exit at turn 2. Or turn 3, and Hodge was trying to go around the outside in these conditions at turn 4 of the track. He's up a 3-second time penalty because of it, and got front wing damage.
I think he's just ended his own race there, really, because he's also, like I said, got front wing damage and a penalty. So that's not going to be ideal for him. But there's the penalties on your screen. Most people with 3-second penalties, other than Hush with an 8-second penalty. So
Yeah, he's only got 8 at the moment because he's got a 5-second as well, which he's yet to serve.
yeah. So everyone is more or less on 3 seconds because of Hush will serve that penalty before the end of the race.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to get comfy because my arse is dead. There's not really any fights going on at the minute other than Rhombus. Well, I'll say Zizou's on the back of Vettel, but these two have got a long way to go before they can get back into the points yet, because Vettel is 4.5 seconds off the back of Rhombus.
Hodge is not coming in because of that missing end plate. It looks like he wants to hold out until the rain comes. No, rain stops and goes to dries.
Look at this though, Veloce's coming back at
Yeah, at
Dyslexic
the
again.
moment, the rain is still coming down. There's no sign of the rain of letting up at the moment.
I think it has got lighter since we started. I'll give it that.
Well, yeah, it has got lighter since the start of the race, but at the moment, as it's got lighter, it hasn't got any more lighter than this at the moment. Dyslexic picks up a 3-second time penalty. Oh, so does Sync Veloce.
He has an advantage! Veloce has an advantage! Oh, it's gone again. But, however, that does bring Mansell into question, though. Mansell is not far off these two. And has 1 penalty less.
Well, yeah, at the moment, he's in... At the moment, he could take P5 from him.
I'll say, other than turn 1, it's been a very good race.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Mitty goes sets another fastest lap.
That tells us about these conditions, though, about the track improving. That does give
Yeah.
us a bit of information there.
Sink Veloce is a
Think
she, not
Veloce
a
is she,
he.
not a he. Oops. My bad. Sorry, Veloce, if you watch this back. I've been calling you a boy for like the last 3 weeks. Whoops. To be fair, I'm not the only one to do it. F5 had the same issue with whenever they have a new commentator come into F5, they always call Jesse a boy. So
Diggles goes fastest
I'm
lap.
not the only one. Where is Diggles? Diggles is down in 13th, but it's not too late. There could always be a safety car. Sticking on board with Sync Dyslexic and Sync Veloce at the minute. Closest battle
both
on
sync
track.
drivers battling it out here. At the moment, it's in favour to Dyslexic being the car ahead of Veloce, but Veloce, she is looking racy. She wants to get past that Renault.
I'm quickly trying to plug my phone on charge because my phone's about to die and I can't see the stream chat if my phone dies. So I can't gain more information about what people are doing and who's on what strategy. I do apologise.
I always have the stream up.
So do I. Normally, but unless one of my phones is dead because I've got 2 phones.
I got 2 phones. He's on board with
One of my
Sync
phones is
Veloce.
what I
She
use
is
for
right
filming
on the
whatever.
gearbox of that Renault and just still can't find her way past that car. Could she possibly find a way around the final corner towards, now down this straight towards turn 2?
Sync Veloce.
Looks like Dyslexic's
getting
got a little
close.
bit more of a lower downforce. Yeah, Dyslexic looks like he's running a little bit more of a low downforce setup on his car.
Yeah, let's look at the difference
Oh,
in
here
the RS
comes
between these two
Veloce.
drivers.
She's gonna go around the inside of turn 4. She's creeping slightly.
Oh, they've crashed, haven't they? Oh no, they haven't.
No.
Okay, I thought they made contact. Ah. Oh, that
Oh,
looked
but
very
she screamed
weird.
up on the inside. Veloce has overtaken Dyslexic.
Dyslexic has got a lot of overtaking in his reserve though. 63% compared to 35. But as you said, you can gain it back quite quickly just because of the wet conditions. LMFAO. Good band that, they make some good songs. They've crashed. Oh wait, no they haven't. It looked like it on stream, okay? Shush. It looked like that. The angle the cars went around the corner, it looked like the Renault went sideways and it looked like Veloce was torpedoing them. But it's just the way I viewed it, I guess. I'm not very smart.
Hello, Mr. Elements. No, how you doing, my friend?
Hello, Snow.
I'm doing good, but just living the life here of Coventry.
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all? A nice pot of ice cream right in front of me. Oh, we got Legends and Hush going at it, and Legends looks like he's keeping hold of the position. Hush is actually fighting back. Hush is coming back at Legends. Oh, this is gonna be close. But they did make contact.
Nicely
That's
held
good.
though by Legends.
Nicely held, but Hush is not giving up. He's trying to go around the outside. They're making a lot of contact between each other there, but Jesus. That was getting a bit antsy. And Hush, don't forget, Hush is battling Legends here with that wing damage he's got on that missing on the end plate. Here comes
Okay, he's
Hush.
doing very well.
Here
Hush.
comes Hush. He's trying to go around the inside.
Locks up both wheels there though. Had a bit of a lock up, but it didn't cost him too much, luckily.
Get your Bible out, people. Yep. Definitely get your Bible out with this battle here because Hush is trying to get past that racing point with that wing damage. Oh, it looks like he's got it this time.
Yeah, he has for now.
The rain stopped. The rain has stopped here in Russia.
Look at the time that Mansel's gaining on Dyslexic. That was quite a lot of time just on that one straight there. IGN Legends though, all over the back of Hush still. They're not letting each other go.
We're gonna see these cars going quicker and quicker now because the rain has stopped, so the track will be drying up. We've got yellow flags popping up. That is RSF from Mansell. Spinning at turn pretty much on the exit of turn 4 before breaking into turn 5. So Mansell, front wing damage, has lost a position now. Lost quite a few positions, shall I say, and struggling. We're having a lovely battle here between the wing damaged Red Bull of Hush and the racing point of IGN Legends.
Yeah, Hush is doing really well to be able to battle Legends though, to be fair, with that damage. A lot of people would just go into the pits and give up, but he's kept it together.
Yeah, if you think about it,
kept going.
as he said, the race will be drying up. They'll be looking for dry tyres soon, so as it stands, you think about it, Hush is driving around this track with that front wing damage on those inters, and also yet he's still got to have a 5-second stop go.
He does. That's very unfortunate for him to have that 5-second stop go, but...
Have they pitched yet? No, nobody's really pitted yet.
Let me show you the pit stops.
From...
There you go. I've got the pit stops on screen.
Except from Veloce, Dyslexic, Legends, Vettel, Zizou, Diggles, Mansell, Brazina, they all pitted after the big incident at turn 1 on the opening lap. Hush has just pulled a gap from him and Legends right now. Like a big gap.
Pigeon Munch has been slowly catching this gap to Cuddy. I've been keeping an eye on it for a while, and this is the closest they've been for a little bit at least. And Mansell is in the pit lane. Get a fresh set of inters on, which he has done.
Oh, Chevron Vettel, what a race, but still fuming though.
There's always next week. You can always win.
Fuming.
Oh, fuming, matey. Fucking fuming.
Yeah. It is unfortunate there with that incident. But at the moment, I don't think you guys could have it. Don't have it worse than I have at the moment.
Uh-oh. Did he give us a bit of a story or not?
Well, I have gone 12 races at the moment without having a result.
Oof. Jesus.
Last time I had a result in a race, it was the Dutch Grand Prix. Where it was intermediates the whole race, qualified 17th, and finished 4th.
Wow, that's a good result, to be fair.
Well, yeah, it was a brilliant result. And it's the only result I've had since then.
Oh, Legends and Hush are in the pit lane, I think that is. Oh no, it's Legends and Bomber, sorry.
The game looks like they're in for dry tyres. Could be. See what tyres they go for.
Don't know. Yes, dries. They are coming on to slicks.
Soft tyres to the end. I think might be. It's going to be a tough call. Still a bit of spray. The track is definitely drying up. The track is definitely drying up. I'll say that.
I think they've nailed it, to be honest. Normally when there's a little bit of spray off the tyres, you can get away with
Yeah,
dries.
I think that's actually a good call for the soft ties. I got flashbacks to season 1 back then. Pigeon put me in the wall, and now legends love to see it. I qualified this season P1, P2, P3, and have not scored a single point in those 3 races. Well, my last race I scored points was Netherlands. That's it. So that was 12 races ago. DRS is enabled. So everybody is going to be coming into the pits.
Yeah, everyone's doing it, and it looks like everyone is going onto the softs.
Yeah. You know, softs to the end. You can make it. Excuse me. That 20 out of 27, softs are making it. Softs are easily to the end. Now, I want to keep an eye on with RSR Hush here, because he's got that front wing change and also the 5-second stop go. So where is he going to come out? Because Legends and Rhombus are just coming towards the penultimate, the second to last corner now. They're around the final corner. Hush has just been released, so he's going to lose the position to those two. Drops into 10th. And rejoins in 10th ahead of Vettel, SF71H, and Sync Diggles, and of course Z0MX, who's just pitted in behind him.
Look at this though. Consider the gap that Easton had to Midzi. It's now less than a second with DRS. So Easton, the championship leader, is on an absolute charge on the soft tyres, adjusting from the inters to the soft tyres pretty much perfectly. Midzi's looking to be struggling a little bit to make that transition with the braking being in a different place, the turning points being different, just maybe the amount of grip in general is just catching Midzi off, and Easton has nailed it from the get-go. But Easton closing in now, only 6 tenths to the back of Midzi, closing in, but it's not going to be enough this time round. So Pigeon Munch on the back of Kid Cudi, they'll be in a similar situation to what we just seen, but a lot closer for Pigeon Munch to close in for Cudi.
Hush picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Pigeon couldn't quite get the move, wasn't quite close enough that time. Get back on board with these two at the front, Easton and Midzi. It's getting quite interesting
Yellow
to see who can make
flags,
the
that's
most of
Tomic
these. Yellow flags,
Brezina.
Tomic. Yep.
Having a
Got
spin
moving
there,
again though.
and yep, got moving again, but losing his front left. But yeah, all on eyes here at the moment is Easton on the back of Midzi.
Tomic's retired in the pit lane.
And we have
And the
got
full-on date.
yellow flags. That was Sync Diggles having a spin at turn 3 into towards turn 4.
This Pigeon Munch all the way at the back of Cudi, but they're still not quite close enough. Going back, and it's basically just looking between the two fights for third and fourth, second and first. The two fights that are going on right at the top for the podium
Here you go.
places.
Easton. Can he
I don't
close
think he's
that
close
gap?
enough.
He's not close enough, yeah. But Mr. Pigeon Munch.
Look at these two. He's definitely close enough now.
Mr. Pigeon Munch is in a better position this time. He's going to try to go for it. Kid Cudi is pretty much burned out all of his DRS, so it's going to be favourite Pigeon Munch. And off goes Mr. Pigeon Munch in the pain in the ass. And now Kid Cudi, all he has to do is try and catch that pigeon. And we got a spinning
spun.
car. That is Vettel SF71H spinning.
Now, Easton, on the back of Midzy, can he get something out of this one? I don't think he's close enough still.
Oh, Kid
He
Cudi
managed to
and
catch
Peter
the gap so
Mudge.
quick.
Both picks up 3-second time penalties at the same time.
I have the penalties tab open for people so they can see what's going on with them. Easton is going to stay behind him to the end. Possibly, yeah. I can't see why not. It'd make the most sense to, but he needs to be within a gap that he can make the overtake.
Easton's dropped off a bit more now to mid-sea.
Yeah, he's not using the ERS though. Look at the amount of ERS Easton has. He's got 87%, so he's barely pushing. He's making Midzy use all of his ERS though. Midzy's only on 43.
Overtakes last lap. Yeah, could possibly happen. It's just...
It'd be the smart move to do. Because he's not really using any ERS. He's got no threat from the cars behind that are 16 seconds behind. You know, he's not really using much of his ERS at all. I'll have a quick look at him on this straight, but I don't think he's going to use any. Going around this corner here before the DRS opens his DRS, no overtake being used, so he is saving it. He's not pushing for the move. Can't blame him.
Not yet.
It's very good strategy for the young Scotsman. Yeah, that's very true. Veloci is doing a very solid drive so far. In a little bit of no man's land though in 5th place, 6 seconds behind 4th and 5 seconds ahead of 6th. But 5th is a very, very solid result.
Yeah.
And I believe Veloci is only reserve as well, I think first reserve.
No, I don't think she is.
Or am I thinking of someone else? I don't know. I don't know who the reserves are in this tier, to be honest. I'm going to have a little bit of an onboard with this Vettel-Diggles fight. Very close to each other.
Yeah, she is actually. She is a reserve driver. My bad.
Yeah, she's reserve, yeah. I'm sure after this race, though, Alfa Romeo will be looking to see if they can grab her, maybe, if they've got an open seat.
Yeah.
Oh, there's...
Yeah, that is the RSF1 Mansell.
He's about to get lapped though now, Mansell. Midzy's not too far
He's
behind.
again.
Vettel has got past Diggles. Let's have a look at Mansell, see if he's okay. Needs to be careful now though. Overheated tyres. Needs to be careful not to spin with the leaders just coming up behind him. As he goes into the pit lane. Yeah, that's probably the safest call. Just make sure you're out of the way safely.
Yep. Yeah, Mansell's out of the race, so we only got 12 drivers left. Lost 8 drivers.
5 of them on the first lap.
Yeah, 5 of them was on the first lap, yeah. Two laps to go.
Kid Cudi is losing the fight though. To Pigeon Munch, he hasn't got any ERS at all.
Yeah, and 2 laps to go. Easton is staying close to the back of that McLaren. Easton
Look how much ERS though that they have.
Yeah, Easton's built up so much ERS. He's on 86% and Missy's on 32, 31%. Look at the goal scores for Real Madrid.
Oh god. Welcome to Football Daily in RSF1.
It's about time he scored, ain't it, Ryan? Well,
Who?
Eden Hazard. About time he scored for Real Madrid. Ever since he's left Chelsea, he hasn't scored, hasn't he? So what? That's his first goal at Real Madrid since. No. Well, it's much better because the meme that's been happening to him. All those McDonald's he's been eating apparently. But anyway,
Easton is so close to Midzi.
yeah, he
so
is
close.
so close. Look how close to the back of that. Okay. Eden Hazard actually scored 1 month ago before he got COVID. So what's the chances? He scored today. What's the chances of him getting COVID then? What's the chances of Hazard getting COVID after he scored? Because he scored last month. He scored a month ago and he caught COVID. So this is his first game back. Oh right, yeah, true. Yeah, but still. Alright, as we're getting towards the closing stages, we got yellow flags.
Oh,
That is Kid Cudi. He spun. Kid Cudi has spun. That has put Cinqueloce up into 4th right now.
The Alpha Romeos are now screaming in jubilation for that.
Yes, anyways, back into this.
Final lap.
Our leaders are starting their final lap. Kid Cudi, not Kid Cudi, RSF1 Easton on the back of Mitzi. He wants to, here we go.
Full push now.
Easton
is going for it.
Overtake and DRS goes for the inside.
Oh, he's lost the place again.
Looks like he's given the position back. So he looks like it was a bit of an audacious move. I think it was compared to Easton. I think, or not really too sure about the moment. Mitzi still leads ahead of Easton. And I was looking at penalty situations. Mitzi is only 1-1 away from a penalty. He needs to keep it on track on this final lap.
Getting very close, but this is where Easton is going to get that overtake done. It's either here or nowhere, really, for him.
Here we go.
So he
Easton
is pushing.
Overtakes and DRS. Mitzi has burned in his ERS. He is on his final 1%. Goes defensive. They're side by side. They're still side by side. Easton's run out of ERS.
That could help Midzi a little bit, though. If Midzi can keep it
no,
together. No, he
Midzi
can't. He's in a wall. But here you go. Across the final corner, Easton has won the race in very weird fashion with Midzi. Unfortunately, losing it. Feel bad for Midzi, but second place, I'm sure he'll still be happy with that. Pigeon Munch comes home in 3rd. Cinqueloce comes home in 4th. Kid Cudi coming around the final corner to get 5th. Dyslexic finishes 6th, but will he keep it? I don't know. He should, I think. But only just. Yeah, oh, Legends in the wall.
Legends cross the line in style. I find there could be some few words going to be happening here between Mitzi and Easton.
But look at this, Diggles has just got past Vettel. But with them penalties, I don't think he's going to be keeping it. Not going to lie, I don't think it's going to happen.
No, I think Zizou's actually going to get point. Zizou got the final point because Zizou didn't get any penalties.
That was a very, very good drive.
Mm.
We hope you guys enjoyed that race. It was entertaining considering. After the nightmare at turn 1, people just taking each other, well, not taking each other out, but people going side by side, bit of contact, a few spins, losing 5 people, safety car came out, and then people just kept it nice and clean from there, really. There's a couple of small incidences, but nothing too bad. No, not the pigeon. Only joking. But, yeah. Waiting for the people to come in.
I think Veloci takes fastest, gets the extra point as well for getting the fastest lap.
And it's now raining again after that race. I always find it funny that when you're viewing the standings at the end, it just shows the weather from the start of the race. That's very weird.
Hmm. Right, there's your race results. Only 12 finished. Easton wins. Mitty second. Pigeon third. Sink Veloce fourth. Cuddy fifth. Dyslexic fifth. Rhombus seventh. Legends eighth. Hush ninth. Sisu 10th. Vettel 11th. Diggles 12th. And everybody else has also from 13th downwards has retired. Right, as we got our top 3. You want to do third and race winner second?
Up to you, mate.
Yeah, we'll do it like that way.
Okay, cool. Pigeon, hello.
Hello.
You had a very solid race, to be fair. Everyone, excuse me, everyone in turn 1, lap 1 was a bit chaotic, but luckily you managed to get through it, and obviously you'd have been right in the thick of that. So,
Yeah,
how
pretty much, yeah.
How did you manage to keep out of the retirement list? Like, what happened from your view?
I don't know, I got a pretty good start off the line. Yeah, I saw something happen just in front of me, and I missed it by inches, I think. And I finished, well, I say I finished, I got to turn 1 in about P5, so that was a good start, and then it was just a decent pace in the wet, so me and Coody just worked past Rhombus and couldn't stick with Midzi and East, and I mean, in one lap they'd already gained like 5 seconds, I think, so yeah, I just did what I could to beat Coody.
So you did very well getting a bunch of places off the start. I think you're getting the most places out of everyone on the grid, so very good drive, not even getting through to Q3. I think you started from 12th or 13th, I can't quite remember, somewhere around there.
Something like that, yeah.
But you being the catch the pigeon, but no one could quite catch you for that podium, so
Yeah.
that was a very bad joke. I'm laughing at my own stupid fucking joke. What's the next track? It's Japan. What are your thoughts for Japan? You looking forward to it? You're not looking forward to it?
I don't mind. It'll be a lot better now that stupid bump's gone. But I've not really done a lot of laps there on this game, to be honest. So I've probably done less than 5 laps on it. So we'll see.
Everyone I speak to has always said that they haven't done that many laps around it. So it's very interesting that people just seem to just show the middle finger to Japan and just turn up and race.
Yeah.
So, but very, very good drive today. Hopefully we can see you back on the podium again shortly. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Midzi, you got anything? No, not Midzi. Blazer. Oh my god, I'm Blazer. You got anything?
No, nothing really to say except from congratulations on getting third place there, Pigeon.
Cheers.
No problem. Alright, I'll lead for the second place. Midsi. Oh, wow. It was such a great race there you were having. You were leading every lap there up until the final lap. In your own words, you please explain what just happened there.
I just stand trying to get on the traction. I couldn't really. Well, I don't know. I don't know if Easton would have got better traction than me anyway. But yeah, I just put down the throttle a bit too much and then couldn't save it. Ended up in the wall.
Yeah, definitely. It was unfortunate. I think you was leading that race from start to finish. You was doing really well. You was keeping Easton away from you, but in the end, it was just that one corner that got you. But I mean, to be fair, second place, even with unfortunately with what happened at the start of the lap there seeing unfortunately Lando uh having the DNF there, so he hasn't scored anything. If I'm right, that puts you that allows you to overtake Lando and puts you second in the drivers' championship. And of course, Easton extends his points now. It was 51 points ahead coming into this race. I don't know what it will be coming into. Well, will be into the next race, but I mean, wait, no, right, no, I read that wrong. Okay, excuse me, I actually read that wrong. So that actually puts you a little bit more closer to Corey Marshall, actually, shall I say, for third place in the constructors. Corey Marshall with 159, you're on 140, but with that, that'll put you a point behind Corey Marshall for third in the championship. So at least you still got one good thing coming out of there. Hopefully, we can see you in the top. Hopefully, in the top three. But Japan next week. Hopefully, could be a good race for you next week. Hopefully, we get to speak to you as a race winner.
I don't know. We'll say Japan's pretty. Well, it's not tough on the controller, but like the first sector especially isn't easy on the controller.
Yeah, I know that.
But it's a good. I enjoy the track though, so it'd be good.
Okay. Anything to add there, Monster?
No, I don't think so. I think
You sound a bit nervous.
it's just very good drive for Midzi. Just it's kind of a bit of a shame that the rain stopped for Midzi because I think Midzi would have had it if it kept raining. But second place is still massive for the championship for you. So congratulations on that.
Yeah. As well, it was just the thing with the game when you and your teammate put on the same lap, a person behind gets held up, and obviously Mansell was in a bad, unfortunate race, and it had to pit as well. So he was in front of me when he pitted, and then I was about 20. I don't know how far behind. I was probably about 20 seconds behind. And then I had to pit, and then that cost me a couple of seconds. There's no point staying out either because that would have just ruined the race entirely. But yeah, it's just one of them things. Really.
It's still very good, especially for the championship. Like considering someone mentioned to me in the stream that you joined halfway through the season, more or less. So the fact that you're in the position you are now, Easton, watch out next season. That's all I've got to say to you. But anyway, we'll move on to Easton. Hello, Easton.
Hello.
Right, that's it for today's stream, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in on Sunday. No, very good race for you though. You kept your cool for the dry period, and I noticed. Well, someone pointed out to me on stream first, and then I noticed that you wasn't trying for the overtake until the last lap, and even then, when you was trying to make that overtake on the last lap, Mitzi definitely put up a bit of a challenge for you. So, how many nerves did you have on that final lap to get the move done? Because it didn't look as easy as you maybe first thought.
Well, to be fair, if it didn't go dry, I wasn't winning that race. I'll say that now. He was just far too quick for me in the rain. And I've got obviously very lucky with the double stack thing. Because I wouldn't have been within his DRS if I didn't get held up by his teammate Mansell pitting. But I was pretty scared in that last lap. Because I couldn't get it done in the main straight, which I was scared about. Then I had to just send it round the outside. It was pretty scary, and then we went side by side until, unfortunately, I lost under traction, because I reckon that would have been a race to the line.
I thought he was going to lose the lead in all honesty, and when we was watching you go through the left-right chicane with only 2 corners left, because I noticed Midzi still had about quarter of a bar left on his ERS that he had available for that lap, but yours was red. Yours out of ERS, you used it all. So I thought Midzi could get you into the second to last corner and take the win. So very on edge for you, surely. It must be so hard.
Yeah, I just deployed everything, hoping he also deployed everything to get me behind. But that wasn't the case. But I would have been more interesting if he didn't spin, unfortunately, because it would have been a race to the line.
You must be a bit happier that now, though, extending your lead
Oh,
with
yeah.
your teammate not finishing, because obviously now you got such a big lead now.
Oh yeah, to be honest, I really don't know what happened. I looked behind once, I tugged in Midsy's slipstream, I saw 3 cars go flying off to the side. Then come back across the track. Luckily me and Midsy were already past that part, so we didn't get caught up in it. And then we just pulled away, to be honest.
So, Japan, thoughts, opinions, what's going on? What's in your head for that?
Practice. Or I'm in the wall.
Okay.
Least favourite track in this game.
short and simple. The thing is, though, are you catchable in this season? Like, mathematically, yes, but do you think that you can be caught?
Probably.
Probably. Oi! What are you doing?
Well, no,
You're gonna
not really.
bottle it?
I wouldn't say bottle it, no, just not some of my favourite tracks come up, to be honest with you.
You got any anything you want to say to the other 2 contenders that challenged you today? Well, mainly Midzy that put up the biggest fight, but is there anything you want to say to anyone?
Good luck for the rest of the season, to be honest with you.
Ooh, I don't know if I'll take that as a bit of an ego or not.
No,
but...
it's genuine. It's genuine.
But I do think that you're doing really well. So yeah, next season is going to be very interesting because I feel like you could be under a lot of pressure. But let's finish off this season first. We've got to wait till January until that season happens. So I don't know how to end this thing. I'm just talking crap at this point. Laser, help me.
What?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Do the outro.
Oh, well. I don't know how to end this, Blazer. Anything you want to say or anything you want to do?
Well, no, nothing to say. Just well done on the races, and well, let's see if we could speak to you again next week.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, right, and thank you everyone for tuning in to RSF1 Top Tier here. Tune in tomorrow at 8 o'clock for F4, which will be Mr. RSF1 Brundle in the commentary box with whoever it is. But till then, yeah, I don't know who actually is Crowcom is on Thursdays anyway. Right, Brutal Reapers, there we go. So tomorrow at 8 PM, it's F4 division around Russia with Brundle and Brutal Reapers in the commentary box. And then after that, we move on to Japan next week with Primus and Vettel SF71H in the commentary box on Sunday for Tier 2 for the first race in Japan. I have been the co-commentator, LR Blazerguns, my streamer, Monster Skyline, and our top 3 is our race winner, RSF1 Eastern, Midseas in second, and Mr. Pigeon Munch in third. Till then, stay safe, and we'll catch you guys next week.